today's edition of a Price Review right here on Luntha television. It's a beautiful Friday, a little bit chilly, but hey, we're here. And as usual, today we'll take you through some of the stories appearing in the Nation newspaper and, of course, the Daily Times. And you're with me, Bridget Mwamoga, and my colleague here,
Andrew Pound.
How you doing, by the way?
I'm doing good, and yourself?
And how was dates?
This was amazing. It's quite a nice place. Yeah.
So you loved it?
We should make it now a city.
Just because of a single visit?
Yeah, this is nice. The weather is nice. Yeah, the people, they are so cheerful. Yeah.
Okay. Good to hear that. Okay,
and
so
to talk of the reception, it was something else.
Okay.
Top notch.
Okay, what did you like the most?
Yeah, like the way we were welcomed by the locals. Yeah, it was amazing. Yeah, when we say of Malawi being the homeland of Africa, yeah, I witnessed that yesterday.
So since you were born, I don't know how many years ago, this is the first time you witnessed that Malawi is the homeland of Africa.
Yeah.
All right, on the front page of the Nation newspaper, UNIMA needs 28 billion kwacha to address accommodation woes. And partly the story, University of Malawi, UNIMA, has considered the facing multiple crises of students' accommodation, teaching space and staff shortages, as students' hostels alone need 28 billion kwacha investment. I don't know, but I think as a country, we still have a long way to go.
Yeah.
It's challenge after another challenge.
Yeah.
I don't know how best to address these issues, but then it's like each and every sector needs extra cash or extra funding. That's where we are as a country right now.
But certain things, they are like, we don't want to change. Yeah, because every time we talk of the same thing, maybe we are lacking funds, yet when the funds are released, you find that people pocket the money. Yeah,
greedy at its best.
So with that trend, I don't think we can go anywhere as a country. So if we talk of mindset change, yeah, it should start from those from the top down.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when the funds are released, yeah, they should be put into good use, what they are intended for. We will not have like come 2 or 3 years, we don't have like this challenge of saying we need this kind of money. Yeah, we are talking of even AIP. They are saying that we are lacking funds as of now.
Yeah, we really do.
Yeah, yet we are talking as of now, people have not like accessed this fertilizer.
Yes.
Which is worrisome.
And sad as well.
Yeah.
I think we are going to have, there is going to be hunger this year.
Yeah,
we should
like
not run away from
what
that.
I saw in Deza yesterday, yeah, it was like many farms, you could see that the maize is not doing good, even in some fields, maize fields. There is like, I don't know what to call it.
But I think they have also, okay, there is this other thing, they are encouraging farmers to now adopt mbeya manure or compost manure, because I understand one bag of organic fertilizer, that's a 50 bag of organic fertilizer, it produces about 7 bags of mbeya manure. And I've also visited some fields which have applied mbeya manure, and it is proving to be effective.
Yeah, so
I think if you can adapt that or adopt
government should adopt that. Yeah, and the more NGOs,
yes,
they should like go into the villages, sensitize the masses about mbeya, and then we will not have like this challenge of saying many people don't have fertilizer. Like
yesterday at Capital Hotel, there was a workshop in which various ADDs across the country made. Actually, they were giving, presenting their findings on how people are doing with the compost manure, talking of mbeya and all that. So I was there, I attended the meeting. I think as much as government is trying to civic educate people on the importance of the compost and mbeya manure, but there are still some who are reluctant. So, according to the presentations from various ADDs, some are adopting to it, but some are still reluctant. So sometimes we can't just say, yeah, government is not doing this and that. It should start with us as Malawians.
Yeah.
As government is doing its part, we should also do our part.
Yeah, that's
Sure.
true. Moving on to the first page of the Daily Times, Forex headache, and the story has two sub-headlines. Private sector admits being weak, and the second sub-headline reads, laments power shortage. The part of the story reads, the Malawi Confederation of Chambers of Commerce and Industry, MCCCI, yesterday admitted that the private sector is equally to blame for the problem of forex shortage in the country. I don't agree with this.
You do?
Yeah.
Why do you agree?
Because every time it is like we will point at government always, saying that government is not doing enough, government is not doing this. What is the private sector doing to bring forex in the country?
Yes.
Yeah, you find out that they are not doing much to bring in the much needed forex in the country. So I have to agree with this. It's high time our companies start like making sure that they are bringing in the much needed forex.
And I think it's just a shame, but then we have very intelligent people, economists, talking of, I've seen Lafu Juma there.
Yeah.
If you see or hear Lafu Juma talking on the economic matters, you say, okay, but they were also in government.
Yeah.
So we also have various economists in the universities of Malawi and all that. But what are they doing also? What are they advising the government to do so that this can be a thing of the past? So I also agree with you. For the first time, I do, actually.
Okay.
Still on the front page of the Nation newspaper, State dared on Chizuma audio, and it has two sub-headlines. Experts call for probe on motive, wonder why focus on ACP chief only. And the story, political and legal experts have asked the state to investigate the motive behind the recording and leakage of a conversation between the Anti-Corruption Bureau ACB Director Martha Chizuma and a third party discussing investigations process. I think they're right, because it's like the motive is just behind what Chizuma said, not to find out what really actually happened. Because up to now, I think it's been a year or so, almost a year, but we don't even know the other person.
Yeah.
Okay, we only hear of a certain unknown person up to now, so I think that's not right as well.
Yeah, it's high time maybe the Malawi police should take the
I think they
initiative.
do. I think they know the person, but then...
Yeah, then he should be questioned. Yeah, what was like his motive behind the recording? Because it is not on. Maybe let's say we are talking on the phone.
Yeah, you and me talking on the phone.
Yeah, then I should start recording you. At the end, maybe sharing it in different
Is it not
groups.
a crime?
It is.
Okay.
It is like here I have infringed on your privacy.
Privacy,
Yeah.
of course.
I wonder why up to now nothing has happened. We are just pointing a finger at Ms. Chizuma saying he wasn't supposed to share what with the person.
They are known person,
yeah,
actually.
he is known.
Known?
Yeah.
You don't know him?
Yeah.
Okay.
They say he was working with the government, but he was suspended to corruption. Yeah, just forget the name.
Okay.
Yeah, but the person is known.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, I think we should move on to business.
And in the business section of the Daily Times, inflation averages 21% in 2022, and the part of the story reads, inflation, the rate of increase in prices over a given period of time, increased by 11.7%, points to average 21% in 2022 from 9.3% the preceding year, figures from the National Statistical Office, NSO have shown. The thing here is that inflation is like keep on rising, I should say. Yeah, which is bad on the part of consumers. Yeah, if prices of goods will keep on going high.
Each and every day you go today and you find a tin of milk at 6,500 Rwanda. If you go 2 days later, you find it at 10,000 Rwanda. I don't know, but then things are really tough.
I don't know, what do you call chigumu in English?
It's chigumu. Don't give me a headache.
That's the kind of life.
African cake. Yeah, African cake.
Yeah, they say fire on the top. Yeah, chigumu life. If the trend continues like this,
it will be a chigumu life.
Yeah.
Okay, so on the business column in the Nation newspaper, flagship projects funding falls short, and the subtitle development bond raises 22 billion kwacha. That's about 55% less than required. The Ministry of Finance and Economic Affairs has raised the 22.48 billion kwacha in local currency infrastructure development bond, which is 55% less than the required amount to finance flagship development projects. I don't want to say much.
No, okay.
No, if you have something to say, you can.
Let's move on.
No, you can.
If you don't want to say much, I can't say much.
Why?
Yeah, because you are like the one in charge.
No, I'm not in charge.
Yeah, so if I say much, I don't think it will do us justice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we should move on to international news. Are you there?
Or
you're not there yet? I can take one.
Okay.
Are you there or you're not there yet?
No, I'm in the arts and the culture section. Okay,
so let me take you through 2 international stories. Zambia offered $1 billion US debt swap. Zambia has been offered a $1 billion US debt for nature swap, a facility that allows countries to access cheap financing in exchange of protecting fragile economic systems. I think the economic war is everywhere.
Yeah.
It's like each and every country is facing economic challenges.
Yeah, that is true. But other countries still, they are trying. And they are putting measures.
Yes, that's what I wanted to say, that it's good to try and error, rather than just staying idle, waiting for the day the Lord will visit us.
Coming of Jesus.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what is happening in Malawi.
Okay, so another interesting story, New Zealand PM to resign over burnout. And partly the story reads, the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern yesterday announced that she will step down from office when her term expires on February 7th. I think it's good. And I also remember there is a certain president who also resigned because things were tough for that person.
Yeah.
So I think if you know that you're not going to manage,
to deliver.
Yeah, let's call it deliver.
Yeah.
It's good to have limits. Say, okay, enough is enough. I wanted to do this, but then it's not within my power.
Yeah, let others take charge when you are not feeling like you are going to make it. Yeah. And in the international section of the Daily Times, we also have another interesting story. Museveni warns against gay nonsense in Uganda. Uganda's president, Yoweri Museveni, has warned against campaigns supporting the rights of homosexuals in the country.
You said another interesting story. How is this interesting, by the way?
Can't you see?
No, I want to hear your opinion on the matter. I can have my own opinion, but then I want to hear what you think about this.
I don't support homosexuality.
Okay.
So seeing that we still have leaders in Africa whereby they can stand denouncing this, it is something amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because you know the pressure which comes from the West, saying if you want help,
you should do it.
Yeah, you should do this. So seeing that the president of Uganda, Yoweri Museveni, saying that he will not allow the nonsense. Yeah, he has used a very
he has used nonsense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is amazing.
Okay, let's move on. By the way, I know you. I know you. Let's just proceed. Okay. On my favorite part of the newspaper, that's arts and culture. Miss Heritage Malawi partners Game Haven, and partly the story. Miss Heritage Malawi organizers have signed a partnership agreement with Game Haven Lodge in Itsholo to accommodate this year's contestants. I think that's another a welcome and development. Sure.
Let me take one in the arts and culture section of the Daily Times. For the love of lap music, a professor, I should say, publishes book. Associate Professor of English Literature in the Department of Literary Studies at the University of Malawi, Ken Lipenga Jr. has stitched a book on the lap music titled Lap Music and the Youth in Malawi, Raping the Frames. Yeah.
Another another interesting story right there.
Yeah. Now this is a way to go. Seeing that Malawians, those in the academic sector, they are like taking lap as something good. Yeah, because over the years, lap has been like taken like something for people who don't have like something to do. Yeah. So seeing the academia, they are taking the initiative to talk about lap music. It is something good, something recommendable.
It really is. So quickly, the back page of the Nation newspaper, that's sports. Nomads sign Jazia to fire 10 players. Mighty Mukulu Wanderers have announced plans to release 10 players as they seek to strengthen their squad ahead of next season.
Yeah, that was about Mighty Mukulu Wanderers. Yeah, and we have the same story here. They are saying not done yet. Nomads and Jazia Kungwa to release 10 players.
Yeah,
that's the same thing, I guess. Yeah.
And there is another one, national
football coaches welcome Harrison. That is still talking about the Nomads coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, but there is another one still on the back page. That's the Nation. Coaches Ford Farm on MACE say academic requirement not necessary. I'm interested to find out more. The National Football Coaches Association, NFCA, says the firm's decision to introduce Malawi School Certificate of Education as a minimum requirement for CAF A and B course will have a negative impact on football development in the country. Okay. Looking at it this way, most of our football players, I don't think they are. I don't know where to do with education. So if we're talking of a minimum of MACE, we'll find that our football is going down. But it is a welcome idea because it's a shameful thing to see.
How is it a welcome idea? Here we are talking of talent. Let's leave school there.
But the two should move together.
No.
You can't just, it's the same as musicians. You should have school at least. There is a...
When we talk of school and education, there are some sort of different things. You can get education in different ways, not just from school. So saying that our coaches or footballers, they should have like some sort of papers.
They should.
I don't think
there was a certain clip circulating all over the social media about, I don't know, I've forgotten the name of the player, but he was man of the match. He couldn't even utter a word in English. Imagine that.
That's not bad. If you go outside Malawi, even the best player in the world, Lionel Messi, he doesn't speak English. Huh?
Your
But-
arguments,
but
your
we are
arguments,
talking,
okay.
he's the best footballer.
God.
Yeah.
He's the God.
But it doesn't matter if he speaks English or not. What matters is how he plays.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't argue with you anymore. Take one more, I take one more, and then we
Okay.
close.
This is the last one in the sports section of the Daily Times. CR Farm Women's League battle WhatsApp, and the battle for Football Association of Malawi Farms Central Region Women's League title between defending champions DD Sunshine and Ascent Academy will go down to the wire after the two teams registered victories in their respective matches on Wednesday. Football for women football, I should say.
What you call it? Nchembelembai, no?
The
Nchembelembai thing
Nchembelembai
is the
should
netball.
be netball.
Okay.
Yeah,
But what
it's-
do you call
It is
those?
still football.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if men can start playing netball now. What we call it?
I don't know what else we can call
It
it.
will still be Nchembelembai, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
But in Nchembele are women. Premier League teams top richest clubs list. More than half of the world's richest clubs by revenue are from the Premier League, according to analysis by Deloitte. I think with that, we have come to the end of today's edition of Press Review, unless you have anything or something to add.
The Daily Times and the Nation, they are both going at 1,000. That is Malawi kwacha, not Zambian kwacha. Yeah.
And thank you so much for keeping us company. And we took you through some of the stories, just some of them. But if you want to know more, you can grab a copy. As he has said, that they are both going at 1,000 kwacha.
Yeah, maybe
Thank you so much for being with me today. Here.
Before we close.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, we are talking of the newspaper here. As Malawians, we should plant that like
Mentality of reading.
Not just newspapers, even books.
Oh.
Yeah, even our kids, we should encourage them to be reading. We also have this, what do you call that? Spelling bee?
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, we should encourage our kids to participate.
As if you have kids, but anyways.
I will soon have one.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I will encourage my kids to practice reading and writing. Are you happy now?
Yeah, I'm happy.
Okay. Okay. So thank you so much for keeping us company, and many thanks you go to Blessings Floriano for producing today's program. This has been Bridget Mwanoka and my colleague here.
Andrew Pam.
But I'm still around. I'll see you, or you will see me at 10 when I'll be back with news updates.